What up, everybody? So yeah, I was just cruising around on YouTube today, looking at some of the feed on one of the other YouTube channels that I have opened up. I opened like, I think I opened up about six of them because I don't went a little YouTube crazy for a minute. And so I was just like kind of going through the general content that they have on YouTube as far as like your average like I don't know whatever the homepage promotes. And just scrolling through it, I don't know why, but I have like tons of Brazilian feed on my homepage, and it's all just like boobies and booties, man. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I literally haven't even clicked a like on one single video at all, and it's everything is just like sex this and sex that, and like just no, like it's not even like any real like original content. It's just random, shots of like maybe like a celebrity on stage where like somebody got like an upskirt like picture or something, or or something like that, or like or people just like at the carnival like taking pictures of like girls' boobs. What was some other stuff? There's some other things going on right now. It's like people walking around Korea and China, like the red light district, where you've got lots of Asian prostitutes and sex for sale in China and Korea and whatnot. Um, so that's crazy to me, because I'm thinking like I thought YouTube was like ultra conservative, but I mean from what I'm seeing is it's mostly just like it's all just promoting all of this like sex stuff, but I just don't get it because it's like I said, my channel was like just like dance, right? But I would be in like designer swimwear, and like I got flagged and my channel got taken down, and all I see on YouTube is just things way worse than that. There's no parental or not parental, I guess 18-year-old age restriction, which is on some of the college twerk parties do have like age restrictions and stuff like that. But there's a lot of stuff on there that doesn't have age restrictions. So I'm just kind of wondering like how is it that they're getting away with that? You know what I mean? They do have a lot of like funky things like with I guess they're kind of getting away with it like breastfeeding type kind of things. Like I saw this one video where this girl's just lying in bed with their boobs hanging out, right? Like young girl, she's probably like 19, 20 or whatever, and she's got the baby with her, and she's got like her boobs hanging out, and she's in like Daisy Dukes, and the baby's in bed with her, and like the baby gets on and sucks on the nipple, and then stops, and that's all it is for like 10 minutes, just her lying in bed with the baby running around in the bed playing, and like her boobs hanging out. I mean, and she's a good looking girl, I'll give her that, that's for sure, but I'm just saying like there's no anything on that. I guess is that doesn't qualify as nudity because the baby's in the picture. Other things I've been seeing on YouTube is that there are a lot of really really underage little girls doing things like yoga challenges where they're like doing handstands in like two-piece bikinis, and just doing like kind of semi quasi like sexual stuff. Like I could see if you were a perv, you might get on and look at this stuff and be like, oh yeah, get in that position. I'm like, dude, like if that was my daughter, I don't know if I'd be okay with her like giving a tutorial about how to put her legs behind her head while she's wearing, like what looks like underwear, but it's probably like a bikini, like a bathing suit bikini, or giving like like these girls are young, like we're talking like prepubescent, like 5, 6 or so, or they're given like handstand tutorials, but they're doing it in a way where it's like the person filming it is filming it, you know, from like the most like if you're at a gym and you're staring at a girl at, on a piece of workout equipment in the angle that the camera is staring at this like little 5-year old or 8-year old or 10-year old, like you're gonna get perv points and probably kicked out of the gym because they're gonna be like, dude, what are you staring at me for from that angle? You know what I mean? Like there's certain machines that not to look at girls when they're using that machine. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just you get perv points right away, and that's just not a good look if you're at the gym. You're gonna get kicked out, or You know, just that's not cool. So, anyways, yeah, I mean, like, you got these little girls doing like headstand like tutorials where, you know, they're upside down in a headstand and they're doing the splits and they're like in a bikini or something super duper duper skimpy skin. And I'm not kidding, skin tight. Like, you know, obviously it's super duper. It's spandex material and ultra thin. And I'm like, dude, really? Like, how? I don't know who's uploading this, if they're parents or if they're their friends or whatnot, but you've got like, you know, I think some of them had like a couple million views. I'm like, whoa, really? Like, I mean, you can have like ultra pervy shit on there like that. Like, if that were my daughter, I'd be like, yeah, listen, you can you can put on some like gymnastics pants or some, you know, like sweatpants or whatnot, but you can't be doing it in a two-piece bikini or, you know, like, you know, or even a singlet bikini. Not no, that's not cool. I wouldn't be comfortable with that. Granted, I don't have a daughter or any kids at all, but if I did, I wouldn't be cool with that. Other things I've seen were like, and just this is just on the random YouTube homepage, like whatever just comes up when you click on, you know, when you just open up your page. I don't know how it works, but yeah. So another thing I saw was like these morning routines of like little girls, right? And so, and why is that on the front page? Why are they pushing that? So you got these morning routines of young girls. They've got to be like 5 to 8 years old, and it's like all of the angles are ultra pervy angles, like from the bottom up, like they're walking around with like, you know, the really baggy shorts on and like loose t-shirts, and so it's like, you know, they're purposefully, you know, shooting up their shorts so that you can see their panties, and while they're getting ready, brushing their teeth or doing their morning routine, if you will. And it's just, you know, it's sick, you know. And not only that, but the thumbnails that they put on there is like, it's a thumbnail of like, you know, like a crotch shot of the little girl. So, you know, I mean, and most of these are like, I think they're from Latin countries, you know, because I think they're speaking Portuguese. Um, but even still, I gotta imagine that, you know, YouTube for America and YouTube for Brazil or South America or YouTube for China or Korea or wherever I guess they can't do YouTube in China anyway. It's gotta have some sort of like guidelines across the board. Sorry, I'm kicking my kicking my computer here, but it's gotta have some kind of guidelines across the board where, you know, it's just not okay to have like little girls showing their panties or like dudes or whoever's filming it filming up their shorts or up their skirts or whatever to get a glimpse at their little cotton tidy whities that they're wearing as like little girls. That doesn't seem okay to me. You know, and God, and not only that, but for YouTube to promote it on their homepage, you know what I mean? Whereas, like, when I had my channel that just got terminated for violating the community guidelines, like mine was legitimately like mine takes practice, mine takes skill. Like, you have to show up at a party and be ready to entertain and put on a legitimate show. You know what I mean? That's what I get paid to do. Um, and there was really nothing super pervy about what I was doing because I'm literally like dancing. You know, I'm putting on like a stage show. You know, whether it is in whether it was in um, somebody's living room or if it was on stage at you know, a venue where we were on a stage. All of my stuff is geared toward entertainment. You know what I mean? And to not be pervy, but to be like kind of fun. You know, have a good time and just have fun with it. You know what I mean? Like, we're not trying to do anything nasty. Especially, I know there are some that do like to be like ultra nasty. I've seen them on there. Like, I saw this one guy. It's another no age restriction, no you know, warning before it. And I had quite a few views on it, but it has this one video where this guy is literally having sex with a cantaloupe. He's butt naked, and I'm not making this up. He's butt naked and he's inserted his penis inside the cantaloupe and he's going to town on it, you know, like pumping it on the dance floor. And I'm just saying, like, that, you know, like that doesn't take any skill. You know, he didn't come out do any breakdancing, do a backflip, you know, do any cool stuff, you know what I mean? Which is what I would do. I would do some cool breakdancing and things like that, you know? Like mine was literally like, let's have fun. Let's have fun. I'm gonna perform for you. We're gonna, you know, tell jokes and do some fun stuff and make people laugh and have a good time. And this was just like raunchiness. Another one that I saw was of another guy who had pretty much had like the equivalent of a sock around his penis, and he was what most dancers do when they go for the raunch pills, they get semi hard and then they tie a ring around the base of their penis to keep the blood flow in their penis, and so that it keeps it hard, right? So you've got, you know, kind of like a semi chubby going on, and then so what he was butt naked except for like what looked like, it looked like, you know, like a head, one of those do-rags wrapped around his penis, and he didn't have anything on underneath it, and he was doing like a headstand, and he was in the splits, so his butt cheeks are spread open, and his erect penis is like pointing, you know, it was like splits like in this direction, so his penis is this way, and his, actually no, it's the other way, so his penis is this way, and his butt cheeks are spread open this way toward, like, I guess there's a lady in a chair that he was doing the splits in front of, and the girl, I don't know what she was doing, but I guess she's just like going in for the view. But that is like, man, that there's no talent involved there, you know. I mean, like okay, so the splits, that's impressive, but you know, again, like, why aren't you wearing booty shorts, or why aren't you wearing, you know, like designer swimwear, or even just designer men's underwear? Because they make really nice designer men's underwear that you can wear that, you know, doesn't show any real nudity. You could see it in like a swimwear catalog or a menswear catalog. You know, like you can go, you know, it'd be appropriate for like going in Target and seeing it on the you know, the advertisement for the underwear, like an underwear model. But why not wear that? Why does it, you know what I mean? That I could be like, okay, that's not, you know, he's just doing the splits in a headstand. But when you do it the other way, that's like total nudity, and that's total like pornographic material, but not flagged. And I think it had like a few, like maybe 25,000 views on that. It wasn't age restricted. It was none of that. There's another one that looked like a muscle worshiping type kind of thing, where this guy's like undressing. He has a thong on, and he's, you know, rubbing his body down, and he's wearing, you know, when he's moving very provocatively. So like when he bends over to take his pants off, he puts his butt way up in the air, and then he rubs down the back of his thighs and caresses his glutes, and then like when he turns around, he touches his chest, and like he, you know, rubs down the front, and, you know, like very, very overtly, you know, caresses his package as he's like going down the inside of like his left or his right thigh, and that again, you know, like his underwear also is kind of like a sheer type kind of material, so you could obviously see pretty much everything through the material. So that again seems a lot like sexual content, and again, there's no age restriction on it. There's no no warning before you do it. It's all there for you to see, and not a problem. And again, I think that one had like, you know, some tens of thousands of views on it. So how is that even allowed on YouTube? How did they get away with that? I don't know if anybody else out there knows what's going on with it, but I know that there's like this flagging thing going on with YouTube, and I'm pretty sure the flagging system in YouTube isn't fair, however they do it, because I don't think that I gotta say, I don't think that it actually goes to an actual human being, because if it did go to a human being, they would, you know, look at it and be like, all right, well, this guy is just dancing, you know, he's wearing, you know, designer underwear, or, you know, these girls are twerking, but they're not doing anything nasty. They're not grinding on anybody. They're just, you know, attempting to twerk, because let's be honest, most girls can't twerk even though they want to. They do try, but you know, hey, you know, you can't fault somebody for trying to do something, right? So, like in some of my videos, they would line up and they would twerk, and not that great. Some of them were good, but most of them were just kind of like, you know, they're bending their knees and moving their whole bodies, and like I would make fun of it. Some in the description, something like, "Oh, seizure time." But yeah, so but they're fully dressed and they're doing it by themselves. You know what I mean? Or like in a group of girls, like just lined up, you know, and just having fun, like not nasty, no bad angles, like from the top down, not from the bottom up. You know, I'm not getting any pervy angles or anything like that. Just like kind of like a group overview, like, all right, everybody, twerk contest, here we go. Again, you know, they're not touching themselves, and they only do it for a few seconds, and they go, all right, good job, all right, well, you know what, this one was the best one right here, make some noise for this lady, she was great, you know, just like a party game to play, right? We're not like, you know, doing anything pornographic or overtly sexual. I mean, there's so many twerk videos out there that are like super duper sexy and steamy, and there is not one age restriction on any of those videos whatsoever. Now, there are some that do have age restrictions, and there are some that do not. So it's like, well, okay, how is it possible that you have, you know, these ones that are just as sexual without age restrictions, with girls like making it clap, you know, and versus these other ones that you have girls doing the same thing, but now it's got an age restriction on it. So how is that even possible? I don't know. I know that I've been doing a lot of looking around to see about the flagging system on YouTube, and apparently it's a lot of people are having problems with the flagging systems on YouTube, and from what I hear, it's quite broken, because, well, that's just the way it is, right? It's just broken. It's a broken system, and I hope that they fix it. I really hope that they get rid of the YouTube Heroes program. That really just seems awful. So here, let me just go ahead and show you some of the stuff that's on my feed. Mind you, I have not liked or subscribed to anything. Like, here's a video right here. That's some titty and booby right here. Looks at another female right there. That looks like titty and booby. I don't know, will this flip? No, okay, no, anyway. That's hold on, scroll up. There's titty and booby, you know, and apparently she's doing yoga, but she's very provocative when she does the yoga. She always does the splits upside down with her butt facing the camera. Now, she's a sexy girl. She is a sexy girl, but it's still nudity. And, you know, how are you getting away with nudity on YouTube? You know what I mean? Here's another thing. This is more of like, I think, like the reuse of the prostitutes in Asia. That just comes up on my homepage. This is a brand new YouTube page that I just signed up for, and I haven't liked anything. So, like, if I just signed up for YouTube and I have no history on it, this is what I'm gonna get, right? This is what I'm looking at on YouTube. So, I mean, honestly, if I were to look at that, I'd be like, if I'm a 13-year-old kid, I'm gonna look at it and be like, all right, boner time. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, I think they're trying to pass it off as fitness, but you know, when it comes down to it, it's not really it's not appropriate, and it does come down to like sexual content. Because if you're doing the downward dog in a pair of like in a thong, and you've got your business up in the air and the camera's right up in there, that's sexual content. You know what I'm saying? And then another one was fetishism. So it's like, how can you show lingerie, women's sexually lingerie? And not have it be fetishism. It's all like that. And every thumbnail I'm looking at is some sexually oriented theme. Here's another one. Just scrolling through on my YouTube page. And like I said, again, remember, this is just a generic YouTube page that I just opened up. I have not liked anything, so there's no reason to suggest this stuff for me. They don't know how old I am. You know what I mean? I think I actually put a different age in too. I can't remember. But look at this. Okay, so here's another one. This is supposed to be a yoga page, but of course she's wearing like a thong singlet. So you know, that looks pretty sexual. That seems suggestive to me. You know what I mean? If I'm looking at it. Again here. music videos, obviously incredibly sexual for the most part. Way more sexual than what I was doing in any of my videos. But we have this right here, and that's okay, right? So this is okay. That doesn't have any kind of age restriction or warning on it. Um, then you have a couple of nude girls strolling down a beach, right there. Nude girls strolling down a beach, right on the thumbnail. Uh, more things like just it's just a bunch of naked chicks. I don't even know what this is. I guess maybe it's a play or a show or something like that. But just a bunch of naked girls. Just so yeah. I mean, I know the quality is kind of blurry because it's on my phone, but what is that? Pico Performance. So I guess they can pass it off as art, uh, but it's nudity, man. It's like, okay, so their dancing is art, but my dancing wasn't art, and I wasn't naked. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Again, so there's some more boobs right there. That's from Fox. Looks like some kind of like sexy wrestling going on there. Just every single thing that I see on the YouTube homepage that is being pushed to my brand new channel that I just subscribed to. Again, I've not liked anything, I have not searched for anything, is showing up like that, like this. Nothing but sexual content. It's legit nothing but sexual content. Wet t-shirt contests. Oh my god, dude, that's crazy. Okay, that one's a wet t-shirt contest. I don't even know what that is. It's just a booty. Paradise in Bangkok or something like that. Christina Aguilera, I guess like she had a wardrobe malfunction, so they got to show her thong. I know everybody knows that sex sells. Everybody knows that sex sells. So I understand why they're putting these in the thumbnails. But how are these not getting flagged for nudity? That right there, way more nudity than I ever showed in any of my videos ever. Yeah, ever. There is my buddy, actually, my manager guy, tech manager, just showed me, reminding me that there's like some videos on here that are naked interviews, and I'm gonna do this girl's. She's hot. She's smoking hot, like really good body up. I'm thinking about the boobies, but no, really good body, pretty boobs, butt naked. Okay, so now it is age restricted, but she's fully nude. She is fully naked, like not wearing a dang thing, just sitting there, everything hanging out, just like talking about makeup and whatever. And it's like, what, dude? Really? I mean, I didn't show any nudity in my videos, none. All of my parts and everybody else's parts were covered up, and we made sure about that too. But I got flagged, and I got my channel terminated. So yeah, and what's this, lingerie or something like? Now there's some more lingerie. Now that's like, you can't see on here, but that's sheer lingerie, so you can see right through it. It's almost like not wearing anything at all. And some more booties. Lingerie try on, white series. Apparently she's gonna try on some thongs, I guess. What else? I mean, legit, like, how is this even happening? When I saw that my channel had gotten flagged, I was super shocked. I was like, what's going on? Like, legit, I mean, I don't do anything in my videos. I just like dance and like entertain an audience. Like they're entertaining to watch. And these are just it's nothing. It's just like, hey, look at this butt here, look at that butt there. I don't know, man. It's crazy. The carnival ones, they have lots of, and I get that that's, a cultural thing, but when it comes down to nudity, it's nudity, right? I don't know. I mean, you can just go on and on. It doesn't end. It doesn't end. It's like a never-ending list of boobs and butts and sexual content. Here's more of the Chinese or Asian prostitutes, people just walking around. And this is on my YouTube homepage. So this is all on you. This is what YouTube is pushing to me as a new YouTube subscriber. I guess Vietnamese nightlife. I guess bar. What is it? Bars, cheap beer, and cheap girls. um, yeah, that's on there. I mean, it's just and the lingerie football thing. That's actually I like the lingerie football thing. That's really cool, but it's still kind of sexual content, especially if you were to see that thumbnail. If you're looking at this thumbnail, what are you gonna think? You know what I mean? Like, what's the first thing that comes to mind? You're not thinking sports. You're thinking, you know exactly what you're thinking. And some of those girls have fucking bomb ass bodies. Not gonna lie, bomb bodies. And I've known some of those girls, but it's still, shouldn't be. It's, right below that is hair routine, nudity because it's me. LOL. Apparently, there's some nudity in this one, and that's right below that one. Um, the thumbnail literally shows her in the shower naked. Mercedes-Benz fashion show, topless models walking on the runway. That's right below that. Don't forget, this is a brand new YouTube channel with no likes, no biases. This is just what comes up as a brand new YouTube subscriber. This is what they're pushing out there to you. Um, Here we go. Like, here's that. I mean, what is it? Gluteos. I guess it's another Spanish channel. So the Hispanics are big on the booties. But again, it's being promoted. It's being pushed in a sexual way. You know what I mean? I have taught group fitness classes for a really long time, and I know there are ways to be appropriate and inappropriate in classes, and these thumbnails would be inappropriate in any of my classes that I have taught. And it's just I can't get over all the nudity and everything that's on here. There was one girl, and she does this 360 camera. You've probably seen her, maybe. She wears this shirt that says "Size Matters," and you can walk around, you can move your camera, and you can look up her shirt, and you can see her boobs, and that's got millions of views. I mean, that's nudity. You know what I mean? That's nudity right there. And it is okay. Nobody on YouTube is flagging that. But you have somebody who puts on a choreographed dance routine and entertains an audience of women who are generally having a good time, and that gets flagged for nudity. How in the world is that possible? And there's no nudity at all, and beyond like designer underwear, designer swimwear. Here's another one. Like, again, you can see right through her shirt. You probably can't because of the way it is, but you can see right through this girl's shirt. I think it's Korean. So there's a lot of Korean stuff, a lot of Korean nudity things. I've been noticing there's a lot of the breastfeeding things too seem to be really big on YouTube right now. Even though they're breastfeeding, but it's like they're not really breastfeeding to breastfeed. It's like they're just on there to show their boobs so that they can get like clicks and likes or however it is, and they're using the breastfeeding thing to kind of just show that if it's not human nudity, it's dog nudity. Oh my goodness, and so awe-inspiring female flexibility. Of course, she has to be in a thong. Yeah, yeah. I mean, so yeah. So is there anybody else out there that's feeling that the stuff that's going on YouTube is unfair, or with the flagging system that's going on? Because it seems like there is a huge bias towards some oh shit towards some channels versus, oh man, it went away. I wanted to show you that it was a large pair of boobs. Here's the one there, right up the skirt. Okay, yep. Every single thing. I mean, it almost seems like there really shouldn't be such a thing as like a nudity restriction, because every single one of them. I just want to show you this one. And every single thumbnail is nudity. Every single thumbnail is nudity. It's all boobs. It's all butts. It's all nudity. So, I mean, if it weren't for nudity, would YouTube even exist if it weren't for nudity? there weren't nudity on YouTube, would YouTube exist? I don't know, man, because there's a lot of stuff on YouTube that is very sexually provocative, and it's amazing to me, and it's amazing to me that my channel, which was not pornographic and did not show nudity, got shut down and got flagged so many times. And the shitty thing was, is it got flagged like all of them at once. So it's like I couldn't even respond to it. I didn't even know what to do, because I was fairly new at it, and so they just flagged it's like they just went down the list and flagged every single video that was on there, whether it was nudity or not, and which obviously in my case it wasn't, but yeah, so it's like, even every single video is nothing but nudity. It's all nudity, and I don't have a problem with nudity, believe me. I think nudity is beautiful, but what are you gonna do, when your channel, which is actually showing genuine entertainment, genuine entertainment value, is getting flagged for things that are way cleaner than what is the vast majority of what's being promoted on YouTube. Like, as a new YouTuber, if I were to go on YouTube and say, well, what would be allowed and what's not allowed, I would be like, well, the guidelines are pretty liberal. There's a lot of things that I could do. I could get away with almost anything, really, like it seems like. But when it comes down to it, I guess you can't, because even if you're not showing nudity, you're gonna get flagged, or at least I got flagged. And I don't know if it's because of that whole heroes policy thing. But yeah, and I don't know who is viewing it, but for whatever reason, they looked at my stuff and flagged my videos. Just boom, 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 boom. And unfairly, it was like my channel was just taken down. And that's just not cool. And there's definite art in what I was doing, because I was showing legitimate dance skill. Break dancing is not easy. Obviously, most people don't do that. Backflips and capoeira movements and things like that is not easy. Like, this isn't easy. That's not easy. That's freaking hard. But she's still showing a lot of nudity. And you know what? If I were a prepubescent teen or a pubescent teen, I would be looking at that going, oh boy, what's going on? I'm gonna need a little bit of privacy time going on in here. And I don't think that the flags, like the flagging system, I don't even think it's like, if I go here, where is it? Oh, the flag, it's up on the top here. If I go here and like say I hit report and I go sexual content and let's report it. So I report that video, right? Okay, so if we find this content to be in violation of our community guidelines, we will remove it. But I'm pretty sure that in a couple of days I can go back here and this video is still going to be up there with her thong bikini and her butt cheeks up in the air while she's doing the splits. And I don't have a problem with that video. I like it. I think it's kind of cool. And I'm actually amazed at the fact that she's that flexible. But still, again, rules is rules. And if I gotta follow rules, shouldn't everybody have to follow those rules? Anyways, if you have any comments, if you have any knowledge about what's going on with the whole YouTube thing, or any of your own personal experiences, let me know. And just so you know, man, I had 160 videos I had done in like a month. So I was working really hard doing fitness videos, dance tutorials, dance parties, dance shows, martial arts tutorials, and just all kinds of things on my page. And I had over 40,000 viewer hours. Now like I said, since it was only I'd only had it up for a month. I'd only had like maybe 200 subscribers, but 40,000 viewer hours is pretty crazy. And I wasn't doing any of the like, subscribe, and comment nonsense. I was just putting it up there so that people could enjoy watching, world-class entertainment at home for free. Just why not? You know what I mean? And yeah, it got shut down. So because literally, I get paid thousands of dollars to do that. I don't make any money off YouTube, obviously. I was new at it, but I get paid thousands of dollars to entertain audiences, you know, all over the United States and even outside of the country from time to time. And I'm like, hey, you know what? Why not just bring that level of entertainment to the masses and let them enjoy and have a good time? And I made sure that there wasn't anything, you know, any nudity on there or any craziness like what, you know, you see some people getting raunchy. I was like, nah, dude, what's going to be about skill, and it's going to be about dance, and it's going to be about, you know, impressive like movements, like, you know, body movement and athletic movement, and, you know, really the wow factor of, dang man, that's really cool. And yeah, it got shut down. So I don't know, but please let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with all your friends. I'm gonna do that now from now on, because that seems like that's the only way that that works. But let me know what's going on out there in YouTube land. If you have any other experiences with you or your other friends or just anything, put it down in the comments, and, you know, let's get the word out there to people who are doing stuff so that we know what's going on. Because honestly, when I got the violation, and I was like, whoa, what? Like, I was paranoid. I mean, I even asked my buddy, dude, let's go through all the ones that show anything that you think is bad and just put it on private or whatever. Because, I mean, we looked through everything, and anyway, yeah. So, but I have seen some other videos on YouTube about other people that, you know, they did the same thing. They were looking at inappropriate content strikes, and they're like, well, where is it inappropriate? I don't understand. And they couldn't find anything either. So yeah, I mean, I guess their guess is as good as mine, because they didn't know what they did wrong, and I don't know. By looking at what's on YouTube right now, I don't know what I did wrong either. Man, I must have just pissed the wrong fucking YouTube hero off. If you know about the YouTube hero program, you should probably Google the YouTube hero program. That seems kind of bullshit, because it seems like what they're doing is they're incentivizing people to flag as many videos as they can and giving them points just for flagging videos. So they don't really care if it violates the content or not. What they're trying to do is just flag as many videos as they can and get shit taken down in order to get points. And maybe, I guess maybe they're getting some sort of like kickback for that. But that seems like some bullshit, because, like, you know, if you're going to have a legitimate business, you probably should have people who are legitimate people looking at the stuff, not just like random douches with a computer and a clicker. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just me, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe YouTube won't last. Maybe they will. Maybe there'll be a competitor that'll come out and be like, dude, you know what? We're tired of YouTube as well. I hope so. That's my fingers crossed thing, because I think it's real. I think the idea of YouTube is really cool. The idea of it's really cool. The execution of it, though, is terrible. What they're doing is terrible. And if you just had the right backing, and the right financial backing, and the right idea, and then you don't do what YouTube is doing to the creators, because it seems like what they did was initially they started this whole thing by having, you know, nobodies film and upload content, right? Creator content initially to get started. And so what they did was they kind of stepped on everybody's heads up the ladder, and then they kind of became a bigger corporation. And then now that they don't really need those little guys, they're kind of like, you know, well, fuck those little guys. We don't need them anymore. We don't need them. So let's, you know, who cares if we're good to them? We can pee all over them and, you know, kick them to the curb, because we don't need them anymore. We got Jimmy Kimmel, and we got CNN, and we got Fox, and we got all this stuff. And that, it seems like it's away from YouTube, because aren't you and I the you that's in YouTube? I love this stuff, by the way. I'm not paid by Science, but I love this stuff. If you haven't used it, fucking, it's amazing. But yeah, aren't you and I the you in YouTube? Right? I don't know, man. It seems like it's getting away from the YouTube and more like the them tube, because them would be CNN, them would be, or they would be Fox, and they would be Jimmy Kimmel and or Jay Leno or whoever else. You know, these other people who don't really need they don't need this platform. They have the major networks, you know? It's the little guys who need this platform. So anyway, yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Please comment. Let me know what y'all are thinking out there, all right? Cool. Later. Woo, yeah.